The uproar over IVF this week after the Alabama Supreme Court's decision that frozen embryos should be considered people. The state's Republican governor now says she's working on a solution with GOP lawmakers to protect IVF access in the state. But for now, families in Alabama are left waiting as the political implications are being felt across the country. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze spoke with some of those Alabama families.
I want so badly to become a mother.
Both of us want.
This is our biggest prayer and dream.
It's a dream that's now on hold for Emily Capolito and her husband James after an historic and contentious decision by Alabama's Supreme Court.
I'm really angry and I'm really sad.
The couple's frozen embryos were the result of an arduous fertility journey, costing more than $50,000 and countless hours of shots, hormones, and anxiety. Their fertility clinic at the University of Alabama at Birmingham is the biggest of 3 major providers in the state that has paused IVF treatments.
It has been very scary because I have not had any answers.
238,000 American families turn to in vitro fertilization, or IVF, every year to get pregnant. Multiple embryos are typically frozen to try to increase the likelihood that one will successfully implant. Discarding unused embryos is a routine part of the process. But after Alabama's Supreme Court ruling, it could be considered a crime.
That decision has a ton of unintended consequences.
In the ruling, the court said frozen embryos qualify as children, and anyone who discards them could be liable for wrongful death. For doctors like Beth Malizia at Alabama Fertility Specialists, that's too much of a legal risk.
Did you expect to be in a position where you're pausing this standard care for fertility because of a decision by the state Supreme Court?
Not at all. And I think maybe I was naive with that. I think the Dobbs decision blew open a door, and we don't know what's on the other side of that.
Reproductive rights advocates warned overturning Roe v. Wade put not just abortions, but fertility treatments at risk too. President Biden said this week that's exactly what's happened, calling Alabama's decision outrageous and unacceptable, and blaming former President Trump for appointing justices who overturned Roe. After public uproar over Alabama's decision, Trump came out in full-throated support of IVF, but didn't comment on the court's decision that embryos are people.
We want to make it easier for mothers and fathers to have babies, not harder.
Gabby Price and her husband in Leeds, Alabama, had been trying without success for 7 years to get pregnant.
We really wanted to give as many children as possible a loving home.
After a miscarriage last year, they sold their home and moved into this camper van to save money for their last resort, IVF. Gabby started a new job just for its fertility benefits.
Does this change your view of who you would want representing you, who you would choose to vote for?
It absolutely does. There's been a lot of talk about the fall of Roe v. Wade and the effects that that's had. And I think this is a big one.
For This Week, Elizabeth Schulze in Birmingham, Alabama.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.